Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Half-Shell Heroes. Man, I've been really excited about these, I'm not even gonna lie. Basically what we have here is a brand new line of TMNT action figures from Playmates Toys that is geared towards a younger audience. Essentially what we've got here is a line of figures that is very comparable to the incredibly popular lines such as Imaginext or Rescue Heroes, this time around with the famous Heroes in a Half Shell. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 turtles along with their included vehicles. As you can see, each of the 4 turtles comes in their very own packaging. It's an open type box that fully showcases the figure and his included accessory, and it's got this really great, bright, colorful look to it with some awesome, cutesy artwork up at the top of the 4 turtles. Flipping the boxes around to the backside, you get a look at the included figure along with their little vehicle that they include, and down in the bottom corner, we get a look at the incredible world that we're going to be able to build up with the Half-Shell Heroes collection. Vehicles, playsets, tons of minifigures, you name it. This is going to be one cool line of figures, I can already tell. So let's go ahead and get these guys all opened up and take a look at them individually. Now, as I said, these are very comparable to similar lines out there such as Imaginext. The little minifigures stand just over the 2-inch mark, and they're very nicely done. These are brand new sculpts that kind of give the turtles a more kid-friendly look. They're very kind of cute and happy, they got the bigger eyes, and they're just very cool looking. But the figures are very nicely done as well. Not only are they really fun little sculpts, but they've got really nice paint jobs as well. You can see all the familiar colors there with the signature colored eye bands going across the face, but they've also got the color-coded kind of green skin there, so different shades of green, and all of their straps and knee pads and everything are all nicely painted. So really great little paint jobs here, and very nice looking little minifigures. The articulation is pretty much exactly what you would expect from a line of figures like this. The heads can just look left and right. The arms have nice little ball joints at the shoulders so they can go outwards, forwards, and backwards, but there's no other articulation in the arms. And then the legs move forwards and backwards, and both legs move in unison, so it's the same articulation joint there. Now, another thing you'll notice is that all 4 turtles are holding on to their signature weapons. However, the weapons are non-removable, so they are molded into the hands of each figure. Donnie with his bow staff, Mikey with his 2 nunchuck, Leo with his katana blades, and Raphael with his sai. Another thing is that the weapons are going to be very rounded off here, and in fact you'll notice on Raphael's sai in particular, there is some plastic molded in between each of the blades to kind of keep it rounded off. This, of course, is a safety issue. These figures are aimed at kids ages 3 and over, so this is a younger audience that is being targeted with these toys, so it only makes sense to have the accessories be non-removable, so that way there's not a lot of little loose pieces floating around, and it makes sense for them to be a little rounded off so that they're not as pointy. This doesn't get in the way of the enjoyment of the figures whatsoever, I don't think, because you'll still be able to pose these guys around holding onto their weapons, and as you'll see, all of their included accessories still work fine even though they're holding onto those weapons. So every turtle has his very own little signature vehicle. Donatello comes with the Luge. You'll notice it's molded in purple to match his eye mask there. It does have yellow wheels and a yellow little claw grip there on the front. The wheels don't actually roll, it's all kind of a solid plastic, so it doesn't roll or anything like that. But there is a neat little action feature where if you squeeze the wheel in the front, it actually makes that claw close grip on the front of the little luge there, so you can grab on to any of the little baddies that you got running around. And Donatello just sits nicely in the seat there so that way he can go down the street on his cool little luge. Raphael comes with a mini bike. This is the only figure where it's kind of weird that he's holding onto a weapon because of course he can't hold onto the little handlebars on the motorcycle, but he still clips very nicely onto the seat there. This one actually does have working wheels, which is very nice. And if you squeeze the little pipes jutting off the back of the mini bike, it makes these little round blades kind of poke out the sides of the bike. That way Raphael can, kind of sneak up on some of the foot that are driving down the street and drive them off the road. Leonardo comes with a pair of glider wings, and these actually work really well. There's a nice little green clip that clips right around Leo's waist, and then you can lower down the silver bar over his shoulders, which is decoed kind of neat. Looks like little rearview mirrors there for Leonardo to look at. It's actually got a really nice paint job too. You'll notice there's a lot of colors used on this, with the greens, the silvers, the browns, and the blue of the wings to match his mask. And there's a little knob on the back that when you kind of pull it down, it makes the wings flap. And lastly, Michelangelo comes with his very own skateboard, which makes perfect sense. Now, very similar to with Donnie's luge, the wheels are just molded plastic, so they don't actually roll, unfortunately, but there is a little peg on there so you can get Mikey standing on the board, and once again, squeezing the pipes on the back are going to make little wings pop out of the side, so that way he can go gliding with his skateboard. So the accessories are really fun. They're great little pack-in bonuses to be sure, but the minifigures are definitely where it's at with this line. This is a line that I said is geared towards kids ages 3 and up, but I can totally see collectors like myself really getting into these. And with the added vehicles and the playsets, these things are just incredibly fun. And one of the things that I absolutely love is that now we can introduce our kids who are maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little too young for the main action figure line, we can introduce them to Ninja Turtles of their very own to play with. These things already seem to be very popular because they are flying off the shelves around me. But they are hitting retail stores right now, so happy hunting, my friends. And until next time.